The new Lloydminster Nissan is moving. We'll be temporarily relocating to the Big Blue Building on Highway 16 West, formerly known as Border City RV. And before we have to tediously move every single vehicle on the lot, we'd rather sell it. You can save today on our incredible Nissan lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Move a new or pre-owned vehicle to your driveway with deep discounts. The moving out sale is on now at the new Lloydminster Nissan. The new Lloydminster Nissan. We won't sell you a car, we'll help you buy one.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
I'm Kurt Price with the new Lloydminster Nissan. Thanks for joining us here today at the Lloydminster Legion. At the new Lloydminster Nissan today, the moving sale continues. A great day to stop in and save some dollars on a new car, truck, or SUV. And right now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, do not pay for 6 months OAC. Of course, we will be moving soon, and we will be moving a lot of our vehicles out to the Big Blue Building on Highway 16 West, formerly known as Border City RV. Now imagine we get a day like today where the roads are a little bit slick and we got to move each and every vehicle. We'd like to avoid that, so we've got them priced so we can get them in your hands before we have to move them out to Border City RV, or the building formerly known as Border City RV, which will be our temporary home for about 4 months. And speaking of winter tires, of course, we have great deals on winter tires at cost at the new Lloydminster Nissan. Well, yes, thanks for joining us here at the Lloydminster Legion. We have Vince Scott joining us, and we have Heather Clagus, Legion members, joining us. We're going to find out today about Remembrance Day. We're also going to find out about the Lloydminster Legion. I saw an article the other night on CTV News about legions that are struggling. So we're going to find out how the Lloydminster Legion is doing. And it should be noted that the Royal Canadian Legion says some of their branches are struggling, but the most are very, very healthy. But BioClean Disaster Services, their commitment is to you and your family. Damage from wind, fire, and flood or asbestos contamination brings a lot of stress into your life. BioClean Disaster Services knows how to help you with that anxiety and that tension that builds up after something like that happens. The disruption is enough for anyone. They put your family first, and they're committed to getting your life back as quickly and as stress-free as possible. They're local. They serve Lloydminster, Wainwright, Bonnyville, Cold Lake, and of course all the surrounding area as well. And they take a lot of pride in being local, as they should. At BioClean Disaster Services, their focus is truly on taking care of you and your family. Call 1-833-246-8326. Residents in Recovery is hosting a free interactive exhibit at the Black Box Theatre at Lakeland College that runs through Saturday. The exhibit will be open today and tomorrow from 2 to 6 and Saturday from 10 to 4. Tyler Lorenz is the Director of Residents in Recovery, and he told us about the exhibits, saying that he hopes everyone comes out.
There is the real life stories of 5 different individuals, kind of walks you through their experiences, how they, what led them into, a life of addiction and where they're at now, right? And we're going to have some residents recovery residents that, will be on hand as well, and share their experience, with people that come through the exhibit. Really, what was their life like? Why did they fall into addiction? And I think, people would be really surprised that, this truly can happen to anybody. And same with mental health. I mean, addiction is just another mental health issue, and it really needs to be treated as a health issue. And I want people to really understand that, this is a treatable illness, right? And, the stigma is what is preventing individuals from getting help. And we really need to break that stigma down so that we don't have, addictions plaguing our community.
Residents in Recovery also presents Michael Landsberg on Friday night. He's the keynote speaker for Addictions Don't Discriminate at the Victuba Theatre, and tickets are just $37.50. You can go to victubatheatre.ca to get those now. The Lloydminster Lions are hosting a Grey Cup watch party on Sunday, November 19th at the Kinsman Hall. The first 125 people who purchase a Grey Cup pull ticket will RSVP, and they're asking you to RSVP by November the 12th. Snacks will be provided. There's also drinks and beef on a bun for $5, and they're also giving away a 55-inch TV. RSVP to Lloydminster Lions. The Motley Troupe, formerly known as House of Paws, are bringing their dinner theater back to Kid Scotty Hall, and that's in support of 4 different charities, including the Lloydminster Legion branch number 39. Tickets for Lagooned are on sale now at Mel's Hair Shop, and that's for all 3 performances. You can still get tickets November 30th through December 2nd. And we spoke with the cast, who once again reminded us they are not professionals, but they just love to entertain you. And Tasha Klatt told us, hey, they don't always stay in character, but that's okay.
Luckily, I was on stage with Jamie, who's my brother, and how I got into the dinner theater was Jamie, and I was just like, and he just like started like kind of like talking back to this woman, and then I picked myself back up and we like got back on stage. But at that time I was just like, what the heck? And then when you have like a huge monologue where it's all just you gotta like hit it all at once or you forget where you are. And then another one, I had another big long by myself monologue, and Penny was in the back doing stuff, like not talking, but
Was she in the mirror then?
Yes.
Was she in the mirror?
She was in the mirror, but
Yes.
then she was like going to the bathroom, pretending and like wiping herself and doing it. And the audience was just laughing so loud at Penny, and I was like, come on, I am the important person. Like, you're supposed to be listening to me. But yeah, no, so there's 2 times in that many years, but they were fabulous reasons to break character. But they were, yeah.
Well, downtown is open again. Of course, it was always open for business, but 50th Street downtown between 50th and 49th Avenue has reopened for the first time in 6 months. We spoke with many businesses downtown, business owners who told us that they have really been struggling since the construction started to take place. And the reason we had a special broadcast with 3 of those local business owners was because of you. You told us that you wanted to see the downtown strive and succeed. And Don Hames of Don's Interiors told us that they appreciate that. They felt that. And although you can shop downtown, and that's the best way to support downtown businesses, she also said there's other things that you can do.
When we do social media, like our posts, share our posts, like, help us.
That's a good point. There's other.
Yeah, because we're out there like working to help our community as well, right? And so, yeah, like, and we all like to help each other as well. And
Another Chase the Ace draw last night with no winner, so there's now 43 cards remaining in the deck of the Lloydminster Exhibition's Chase the Ace. The jackpot starts at over $39,000, and tickets are just $10 each. Purchase a package that'll improve your odds. You can purchase your tickets very easily. You can stop out at the Lloydminster Exhibition and buy them in person. You can e-transfer with the password CTA2023 to Chase the Ace at lloydx.com and include your name, your email, and of course your telephone number. And the other way to get them is with your Visa or MasterCard, just going to lloydx.com. Tickets go on sale tomorrow for the 50th anniversary of the Lloydminster Ukrainian Cultural Association's Malonka Dancers Dine and Dance. It'll be held January 13th. Tickets for that are $75. They can be purchased either at Mary Brown's locations here in Lloydminster. They are cash only, though. Tickets for those 12 and under are $35. The evening features a Ukrainian meal, which is always fantastic. Silent auction, 50-50, midnight lunch, and the dance featuring Millennia 9. Big year for the Dine and Dance, celebrating 50 years. November is Family Violence Prevention Month, and the Lloydminster Interval Home Society and the Lloydminster Public Library are holding a lunch and conversation about healthy relationships, Healthy Lloydminster, on November the 15th at noon. You can RSVP to Rhiannon at LloydminsterIntervalHome.com, or you can head down on Wednesday. Lunch will be provided as long as supplies last. Well, after a road trip that saw the Bobcats win 4 of 7, the Cats finally return home on Saturday night at 7 against Okotoks. Those 2 teams will play again on Sunday afternoon at 2:30 at the Civic Center. It's nice to see the Bobcats beat Bonnyville 4-3 last night. The Lloydminster Bobcats are also getting ready to host a daddy-daughter happily ever after dance with some Disney princesses on Saturday, November the 26th. The dance runs from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Civic Center and features a DJ, candy bar, sandwiches, Disney-themed drinks, and Disney cookies. And tickets are $100 per pair, with an additional ticket available for $45. Find the link to purchase tickets on the Lloydminster Bobcats Facebook page or lloydminsterbobcats.ca. And Glitter Night is quickly approaching at the Lloyd Mall. That's an exclusive shopping experience at the Lloyd Mall on Tuesday night. It runs from 6 to 9:15. The night features discounts and specials, a dessert bar, a DJ, and cocktails, mocktails, plus the chance to win a $1,000 travel voucher and a $500 Lloyd Mall gift card. Tickets are just $10. They're available from many charities that will benefit from Glitter Night, including Lloydminster Labus and the Border Paws Animal Shelter. The Lloydminster District Co-op has launched their Spread a Little Love Christmas campaign for an incredible 9th year. Emily Curry is with the Lloydminster District Co-op, and she told us the campaign makes a huge difference.
One of the main things we hear is they can't believe that someone took the time out of their day and thought about them. And that's the biggest takeaway, that we take a moment and just remember these people that have made our community, they've made our co-op membership, they've started all these companies, they've started all these families, and they sometimes get forgot about because they either don't have any family left, or for whatever their situation is, they get forgotten about at Christmas time, and that's a gap that we really like to address.
This year, the Spread a Little Love Christmas campaign will give gifts to over 900 seniors, not including you, Vince, right? And Co-op has also got their Poppy Donuts back again, and that's the way to support the Legion. And we'll talk more about the Lloydminster Legion with our guests Heather Clagus and Vince Scott in just a moment.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to support the communities we live in. When you support Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, you are supporting local nonprofits and initiatives. Since 2020, we have donated $60,000 to local nonprofits, youth sponsorships, and various special projects. When was the last time your insurance company did that?
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
Welcome back. We're at the Lloydminster Legion today. I'm Kurt Price with the new Lloydminster Nissan, and joining us we have Vince Scott and Heather Klages with the Lloydminster Legion, and we want to thank them for giving us some time. They've been very busy this week. They've been visiting some senior homes and going to some schools and things like that. So how's that going this week?
Well, it's been, like you said, it's been a very busy week, and again, I'd like to thank you for having us here. Anytime we can get out there and have people realize that we're still around, that for sale sign in front of the building was a bit of a takeaway from us for a while. But yes, we are still Lloydminster. We're still doing our thing, and we look forward to meeting up with people, especially during this time of year. It's very, like for me, to see them with all the poppies out there and seeing people and getting the phones ringing. We need more poppies. We need more. Wow, I just have taken back, and it's, COVID's gone right now. We don't have any restrictions, so it's great to be out there and be able to with the people again and doing something. It makes a huge difference.
And Heather, you've been hearing from people. I know you talked to a war bride locally. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was one of the seniors facilities that we went to here. Her name is Jean, and she came up and she wanted to tell me that she was a war bride, and she thanked the Legion for doing the service that we did. And she told me that when she was in England and she was going to marry her husband, a Canadian soldier, her soon-to-be mother-in-law mailed her the ingredients so that she could make a fruit cake, so that she would have a wedding cake on her wedding day. And so it was wonderful to hear that story, and I'm so glad she shared it, and it just made that day that much more special.
And you're heading to schools too. What's the reaction from the kids at schools?
Well, when you walk in there, they see us in uniform, and they know it's not a police or whatever. They automatically assume that we're veterans ourselves, and not every Legion member is a veteran. We do have some that are, and not every veteran is 100 years old either. Like we're getting to the more of the. Like I've got a veteran locally that he's retired from the military now. He's in Lloydminster. He's in his mid-30s, 35 or somewhere in there. We got other veterans here that are just barely 60. So there's a huge range. But what I'm getting at is the respect that you get as soon as you walk in with your uniform. And I thank the schools for getting the message into them, and the parents, of course, that have some influence on what the kids are seeing and hearing. And for the most part, it's very, very positive. Again, uplifting. It makes you feel good about what you do.
I want to ask you guys, because you mentioned not everybody is a Legion member. How are your numbers here at the Lloydminster Legion?
They have improved, but we're always looking for more members because it gives us that opportunity to help the community more. And that's one of the things that we enjoy doing as Legion members, is giving back and supporting the community. And I also think that there's a lot of people who maybe don't know that you don't have to be a veteran or have that direct tie to somebody in the military to join the Legion. So we'd certainly encourage people to just come in and find out a little bit more about what the Legion does and how to become a member. And the people who are members, I think you'll really like them. So we encourage you to come down, get more information, and join.
How do you become a Legion member? Like, what's the process?
You have a membership form that we fill out, and I think you have to be at least 18 years of age and a Canadian citizen. And then we just bring that forward to our membership, and we'll be in touch with you to let you know about all the details about how you officially become a member.
There's dues, and when people hear dues, they think, oh, I don't know if I can afford that. The Legion dues are really, really inexpensive.
Right now, it's $55. I believe on December 1st, it goes up to $60, and that's for the year.
You should mention, I think, like, you're president, right?
Yes, I am.
And you're
second vice.
Second vice. Okay, I should have introduced you properly, so I apologize. You mentioned, Heather, that you guys you love to do things in the community. There's a big poster over here that explains what the Legion does in the community and some of the things they've done, but maybe you could just tell us what you guys have done this year to help out mostly seniors and veterans, right?
We have made monetary donations to some of the food banks in the area because we do know that right now that is a struggle for many people. And so that's one of the ways that we know we can help out many people in our community by making those monetary donations.
The other programs we're doing, and we upped our numbers this year, the cadets, our local cadets, we upped their number, what we typically give them. They also help us out again. Now after COVID, they weren't able to. Our breakfast school programs, both the Catholic and the public, we donate to both those programs, and we upped their numbers this week. We brought everybody's numbers up to sort of to exceed inflation, because it doesn't matter. Where we used to be able to give $1, now it takes $3 to do the same thing. So we did recognize that this year, and it's from the support of the community, and doing them coming in, even just coming in and having a few drinks, or renting the space for a birthday or wedding, a baby shower, whatever. There's all sorts of things that contributes to the funds coming in the door. And of course, like Heather says, the more members, the easier the load is on all the rest of us. Strengths in numbers. So we'd love to see more members.
Let me ask you about why each of you joined the Legion.
I'll let Heather lead off on this one.
Okay.
Well, you know.
I do, but people might not know.
But I joined the Legion to honor my grandfather, who fought in World War II. And he was a Legion member for many, many years. And he moved many places across Canada. And one of the first things he would do when he would move is say, I've got to move my Legion membership over to this local Legion. And they took very good care of him. The Legion members, they would make he didn't have to worry about anything. If there was something he was concerned about, or he needed an item and he wasn't sure where to go, the Legion would help him out. So that's why I became a member, was to honor him, but also it's a way to honor all who fought for our freedom, because a lot of them made that ultimate sacrifice and were not able to come home. And I'm very thankful for that, and we have so many freedoms because of that. So this is a way to honor that.
And for you, Vince?
Well, I've came from a family of veterans, and including my brother. I enlisted myself. I never left, so I don't take any credit for being a veteran, but I do have. I was accepted.
But you wore the uniform?
No, I never had to.
Oh, you never had to?
No, never had to. They actually kicked me back out because I just had my children were too young, and they wanted me to stay home and raise my family. So
really?
Yeah. So I had a brand new baby and a 1-year-old. So I said, no, you stay home. Yeah. Come back when you're better. So anyway, I never did make it back, but that's a different story. The camaraderie that's actually in, when it doesn't matter whether it's the Lloydminster Legion, the Chilliwack Legion, the Saskatoon, it doesn't matter what Legion you go to. It's just, the camaraderie is pretty much the same in all of them. You walk in, you present your Legion card. You're part of that environment already. It's like if you walk into a different hospital, well, you're just Kirk Price. Mm-hmm. You walk into here, you're a Legion member. You're one of us, right? So, and that's the things that like I say, camaraderie and the comradeship is phenomenal. And it's like anything else. I mean, we all have our things that we have to work out between ourselves to keep it working. If we all thought the same thing, we wouldn't need to have a bunch of people voting, right? You just, one person decides because we all think the same. Well, that's not the way it works, and that's the beautiful part of it. Again, membership. So everybody comes in with their ideas, new ideas, better places to go, and that's what we look forward to.
How long have you been a member, Vince?
My first membership was when I was 18, so about 12 years now.
You almost got me on that one. I should have asked you guys this earlier, because we talked about the price and filling out a form and stuff. Did you just come down to the Legion?
Yep.
To get a form?
Yep.
You can do it online as well.
Yeah, you can do it online, but, you know, we like to meet you and talk
like
with
the
you.
personal
and-
touch.
Yeah, so we'd prefer it if you came down in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you guys about the Poppy campaign and the strength of the Legion and the Remembrance Day service. But first, I want to tell you about Superior Water. Superior Water is proud to provide you with the purest drinking water possible. And I drink it because I like the taste, and I believe it is superior to anyone else's water. I think it's the best water in Lloydminster, and at just $3 a jug, you get a consistent taste. And don't forget, for that Crown Royal, ice is just $2 a bag. They have 2 locations in Lloydminster. Visit them beside Sheepskin Loft on 57th Avenue. And if you need help with those big blue jugs, you won't have to worry about that. Believe me, they're all too happy to help you and assist you with those. And if you want to do it yourself, you can visit their coin-operated location beside 7-Eleven, just off Highway 17 South. It's Superior Water. Water is what they do, and they do it well. Okay, so Poppy campaign. Money stays local, right?
Yes.
The majority of our money stays within Lloydminster. There are a couple campaigns that are out there that we do, but it's because we do have connections to it. Like there's, I believe there's one in the Caribbean that we're tied to. But for the majority of the dollar, I mean, like, I'm going to say 99 and plus percent stays right inside this community.
That's pretty awesome. Is this the major fundraiser of the year for the Lloydminster Legion?
Yeah, our Poppy campaign is, and when you become a member, that's one thing you agree to be part of is the Poppy campaign. Once you become that part of it, you again, going back to the way you feel inside, and you feel you get an instant gratification knowing you've seen the Poppy run around and what have you, know what it, and the significance, and then with the Legion or the Poppy.ca, poppystories.ca, you go in and get stories of poppies. There's 50 different stories there, so it even amped it up a little bit more, which is great. So going into what the campaign does for us, it is one of our larger campaigns, or biggest money maker, but that money is directed for veterans, okay? All those dollars have to go directly to a veteran cause, okay? The other funds that we raise, like be it through barbecues or whatever, that is the stuff we put back into our community to help out at the schools or food banks or interval, you know, all the different things we do. And put money back out to. That's where that money comes from. None of it comes from Poppy.
So when you make a donation, when you pick up a Poppy and you put your dollars in, you're rest assured it's going to help a veteran. What are some of the things that you guys have done for veterans in our community? I know there's been some renovations and stuff like that for them.
There's, well, in particular, I can go straight to Pioneer Lodge. They had to upgrade their washrooms for the for enable them to get into the and to more modernize them and what have you. And they had so we donated into there from the Poppy Fund 2 of the washrooms, and then we did 2 out of our general fund because it's important. So so the money went into help veterans in there. We have veterans that have issues with, like, they've fallen times, so we help them out with some groceries or utilities, rent, this type of thing. It's whatever it takes to get these, to give them, let them know they're appreciated.
Right. I like that. I really like that. How is the Legion? How is the membership of the Legion? How's the Legion doing? It's great to see the for sale sign gone. It's been gone for a couple of years. It seems like after COVID, you guys, like, I remember doing a ham supper here. By the way, you guys should do a ham supper again because that was awesome. But
we need volunteers. We need members.
Yep.
I'll volunteer to eat. And I'll bring along some dollars too. But how's like, because I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I see this story on CTV the other night. Legion branches are struggling, and then the Royal Canadian Legion says, no, our branches are, most of them are doing fine. Yes, some are struggling. How's the Lloydminster branch doing? Is that too personal a question?
No, it is too personal. I'll start it off, and I'll let Heather finish. Our current executive administration that we have here is extremely transparent. Like, we wear our uniforms because we're obligated to, and we're not allowed to come in naked. That's how transparent we are. So, but if you want to know what our financials are, they're every meeting, they're here, they're floating around here. Anybody can pull them up anytime they want and see exactly where our money's going, how we're bringing money in, and what's happening.
How you're paying, because inflation's like, we know you're paying a carbon tax on heating your building, just like everybody else.
That's right, and that went up tremendously. It all, at the end of the day, you know, we do what we do so we can keep the doors open, so we can still give the benefit back to the community, and most of all, to our veterans. But if we had to scrimp and do things in a different way, like we have paid positions here as bartenders and a cleaning staff. And that's it. Everybody else is volunteer. Anything we do here, and we have a groundskeeper that comes in and maintains the yard, and he's a contractor, he gets paid. But other than that, we do it all on volunteers, and the reason we did that was because of the deficit we were in 3.5 years ago. We had to battle that back. So.
Generally healthy though?
We have been fairly healthy because we have been able to make those donations to the community. And also part of our membership too is because they can see the financials, they make sure that everything's accountable. Like, well, why is this bill so high? Should we look at something else? And so that has been a way too that has really helped us climb out of that deficit we were in and now be in a fairly good position. It would always be nice to have a few more members and be in a little bit better position, but we're doing well.
You guys have done some renovations here as well. You've done there's a stair lift here, you've renovated the back stairs. So you guys are doing really good. Remembrance Day itself, tell us about the service this year.
The service this year is going to be at Lloyd Comp High School once again, and it will start at 10:45 on Saturday morning, so we hope people can be in their seats just a little bit before that so that we're ready to go. But we're really looking forward to having it at Lloyd Comp once again. We had it there last year, so we're very excited to be back there once again because it just gives an opportunity for so many people in our community to gather together to honor our veterans all together as one.
So 10:45, be in your seat early, and is it live streamed again this year too? I think it's live streamed this year.
Yes, thanks to
doing it.
Forges Media, Paul. We really do appreciate that, and we know we've had a lot of comments from the community about how wonderful it is to be able to access that live stream because they can't make it out for whatever reason. So we're very fortunate that we have that ability to do that, and that's thanks to Paul.
What does it mean to see a full audience at the Legion though?
It would be wonderful.
Or at the school supporting the...
It would be wonderful. It's almost overwhelming in a sense because you're all there for the same purpose. So it's very meaningful.
Now, there's also many businesses in town, they leave wreaths. Are there still some of those available if anybody wants to reach out?
Oh, certainly. They can call down to the Legion at 306-825-2521, and we'll make arrangements to get them the wreaths set up. They're available. You can pick up the wreath yourself, lay it yourself. You can have it. We can lay it for you. You can take it home. You can put it in your window. Whatever you want to do with it, it's your wreath, right? So what we're looking to do is to, again, keep people knowing that this is still real. We're still here, and we still have veterans that are and their families that we look after. So members.
Is there anything I'm forgetting to ask? I know you guys have to run. You have a service to do, actually.
We're going to do a service at one of the schools here right away, and we have another one at one of our home, senior homes. Tomorrow following the service at
Saturday.
It's not tomorrow. Saturday.
Yeah.
I keep thinking today's Friday. Wow.
Yeah.
So I got on my Sunday clothes already. We're going to. We have our fellowship and comradeship down here at the branch at 4505 49th Avenue on Saturday following the service. So
anybody can stop in?
Anybody can stop in. There'll be, actually Keith Heck has rumored to me that he's going to come in and come do some singing and playing. So that'd be good. He's good entertaining. He does very well.
Thank you both. Unless there's anything else that I'm forgetting that you want people to know about. The Remembrance Day service, the Legion, Poppy campaign, is there anything I'm forgetting?
No, I don't think so. Just, we hope you wear a poppy, and we hope to see you on Remembrance Day.
Yes.
And
And
Paul,
remember
is-
why we're here.
Is that being live streamed on Live with Kurt Price?
Yeah, Live with Kurt Price.
Live with Kurt Price, yeah, we'll have it right here.
Legion page.
And the Legion branch number 39. Anything else?
If I have enough juice, it'll be on my page.
Okay, that's awesome, but you can watch it right here if you'd like to. We thank you both. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you again for having me, and
Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate you guys' time. I know it's crazy for you guys. Believe me, I know she's a little busy this time of year. The Saskatchewan government has passed a bill that prevents third-party organizations connected to sexual health education to do presentations in schools. Now, the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services, this has affected them directly, and we'll speak with the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Chief Executive Officer Tammy Shoplin and Community Initiative Director Heather Sinfield about that on Tuesday, and they'll tell us why they're concerned about not being able to go into schools in Saskatchewan. That's Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock, and we look forward to speaking with you then, and we look forward to seeing you on Remembrance Day with your poppy on at the J.J. Giesbrecht Auditorium, and if you can't make it for mobility issues or whatever, we hope you'll check it out on Live with Kurt Price or the Lloydminster Legion branch number 39 Facebook page. Talk to you again.